Black Mass was a movie I was looking forward to like crazy. I mean, how could you not? The trailer was great, the premise was great, and the fact that we were going to see Johnny Depp actually act again was more than enough to convince me to see this movie. And then with a cast like this and with a director like Scott Cooper, who's done movies such as Out of the Furnace and Crazy Heart, two very good movies that really brought the best out of their lead actors, I was looking forward to this movie like crazy. And was I satisfied with this movie? Yeah, I was. Are there problems with this movie? Oh yeah. Overall, is Black Mass a good return to form for Johnny Depp? You betcha. The premise of this movie is that basically Johnny Depp plays Whitey Bulger. If you don't know who Whitey Bulger is, well, he's basically a criminal that was running around, and he was like, I think, one of the most wanted criminals of all time. I remember watching like the news of him getting arrested on CNN and learning about this dude. I was pretty shocked about how much how much of the crimes he had been doing, and also just about how he was like on the run for the majority of his life. This movie is just basically about the rise of him going from little gangster to the dude who basically just has the FBI in the palm of his hand. It's a pretty cool movie and a pretty cool premise in that respect. I'm going to say this straight up off the bat right here. Johnny Depp was amazing. I am serious when I say this. I honestly thought that this Johnny Depp had gotten buried many, many years ago and was traded in favor for the cartoony, eccentric weirdos that we've been seeing Johnny Depp do. And I have no problem with seeing Johnny Depp be Captain Jack Sparrow, or, yeah, actually, Captain Jack Sparrow. I'm actually fine with him as Captain Jack Sparrow. But the thing is, I like seeing Johnny Depp as an actor. You know, when people ask me what are my favorite Johnny Depp movies, I immediately say movies like Blow, Donnie Brasco, From Hell. You know, just those movies that really show Johnny Depp's acting talent and not just having him act like a kooky, crazy weirdo, unlike Mordecai. But still, I was super happy to see Johnny Depp do a role like this. He completely kills it. He freaked the living fuck out of me, and by God, did I love it. The rest of the cast fits really, really well too. Joel Edgerton was great. Corey Stoll was great. Dakota Johnson, for the little screen time she had, actually didn't do too bad. I actually kind of feel like if Dakota Johnson stuck to movies like this rather than doing 50 Shades of Grey, she could actually prove herself to be a pretty capable and respected actress. And the rest of the other actors too, like Jesse Plemons from Breaking Bad, and Peter Sarsgaard and Benedict Cumberbatch, they all do their job really, really well. They pop in and out of the movie, but basically they do their job really, really well. Ultimately, the main problem with Black Mass is its length. And usually I would say that if the movie is way too long, like if I were to watch some random movie and just be like, oh yeah, that movie was way too long. If they'd cut out about 20 minutes or 30 minutes out of the movie would be perfect. In this case, Black Mass feels like it was way too short. I honestly kind of feel like the movie should have been 2.5 hours long, maybe 2 hours and 40 minutes. And I say it like this. Okay, you're doing the rise and fall of an American gangster. And as such, things like this need to be long so you can see how someone rises and see how someone falls. The problem with Black Mass is that ultimately the movie's 2 hours long and the fall kind of just happens really, really quickly. It's more the rise that we see that they go in such detail, and then the fall is just kind of goes by really fast. Take a look at something like Goodfellas, for example. Goodfellas is like 2.5 hours long, and yet that's completely fine because you do see the rise and fall of Ray Liotta's character, and you see it kind of play out naturally. You don't see them just go to him falling on his knees in the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the movie. In the case of Black Mass, I kind of feel like either Scott Cooper or the studio or someone just had the feeling to just cut the movie down. I've read stories that Scott Cooper said, we had a bunch of material that we were forced to cut out, including subplots and things like that, which is completely fine. I mean, obviously that is part of the editing process. But in the case of Black Mass, I kind of feel like it would have added to it more and given us more depth to Whitey Bulger. And at the same time, when his fall happens, it would actually feel natural. Black Mass just didn't really feel natural. It just felt like it just came right out of nowhere. With all that being said, Black Mass is still an entertaining movie with a great performance from Johnny Depp, great performances from all the other actors. And yeah, it suffers from length problems and tonal shifts here and there, but overall, I think Black Mass is a pretty solid movie. So with that being said, I'm going to give Black Mass a straight B. I suggest you check it out. Probably, I mean, probably it's still in your theaters. I know it's in the UK theaters right now at the moment. But for everywhere else, I think Black Mass comes to Blu-ray in a few weeks. So my suggestion is you just go and check it out right there and tell me what you think. So with that being said, what is your favorite Johnny Depp movie? Johnny Depp's got a lot of great ones, so you just start picking your favorite right there. So that's my take on Black Mass. Comments, like, subscribe, whatever. I'm out.